Hey, I'm Paige. Welcome to my channel. I just wanted to give you a little bit of information on me and the background behind this channel and everything that I'll be sharing with you. I grew up in a really small town in Iowa, and I went to college for film in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where I got my BFA in filmmaking. 2 weeks after graduating, my parents helped me pack my Kia, and my mom and I spent New Year's Eve driving to Los Angeles. I didn't have a job. I had never met my roommates in person. I had never seen my apartment in person. I think that's how a lot of people's stories in LA start. I didn't find a film job right away in Los Angeles, but I needed to work somewhere. I heard Emma Stone worked at the dog bakery at the Grove when she was younger, so I got a job there. Because my rationalization was that if it was good enough for Emma Stone when she didn't have a job in film, it was good enough for me. Even though I was like 10 years older than her at the time. A few weeks into that job, I did end up getting a film job within a company where I basically read scripts and was a liaison between different groups of people. About 2 years into living in Los Angeles, I met my now boyfriend Josh on Hinge. He'll also be kind of a main character in this story, but like definitely billed under Cove because he doesn't like to be in front of the camera so much. I ended up leaving my job and working remotely for a new company, which was technically another office job, but from home. After 2 years together, Josh and I moved in together in Beverly Hills. And after about a year and a half there, when we were trying to figure out where we wanted to live next, we realized that we liked going to Laguna Beach on the weekends and decided, why not just live in Laguna Beach and do LA on the weekends? So for our last 2 years in California, we lived in Laguna Beach. During our time there, we got our cockapoo Cove. Her first neighborhood was a beach neighborhood, so of course she had to be named a beachy name. Shortly before the 2023 writer's strike, I ended up losing my job at the film company. I really soaked up my time after that by going to the beach every day and trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. One thing I am sure of is that I want to see as much as I can see. Luckily, Josh agrees. Since he is English, Europe kind of seemed like the obvious thing for us to do. So last summer, we started making the plan. We had a garage sale. We sold pretty much everything that we owned that wouldn't fit into my Kia or an extra rental car. You name it, we sold it. And I started this documenting journey then. And then we began our journey driving back to Iowa to live in my parents' basement at the age of 30 with my dog and my boyfriend. If you're seeing this while we're traveling in Europe, then you already know how this turns out. But if you're seeing this before we get started, this is how I'm hoping it turns out. Here soon, Josh will be flying over to look for a camper van for us. I'll be flying over with Cove by myself. I'm flying with Cove for her first time on an airplane by myself. I'll for sure be sharing tips with you about how we're getting our dog over to Europe. Let's just say she's gonna be bougie and getting free champagne on her way to France. I'm not complaining because it's free champagne. If Josh already has the van when Cove and I get there, then we'll get started right away. If he doesn't, then we'll just settle down in London and start looking for a van when I get there. Beyond that, there are no plans besides for sure going to Italy, Portugal, Scotland, everywhere, and taking you with, of course. I'm glad to have you here and to share this with you. You can find me on Instagram at Paige Thalia. This is Cove. And you can find all three of us on Instagram at Cove and the other two.